This is the Intercontinental Broadcasting Corporation. Sa Bagong Pilipinas.
But I don't think there's any question. The Senate is under attack, was under attack.
Walang assault na ginawa ang NBI agents sa Senado. At pangalawa, walang operasyon ang NBI o PNP na arestuhin si Senator Bato.
Malam po, asahan ninyo yung gobyerno po ninyo, hindi gagawin ito. And we will get to the bottom of this. Alamin natin kung sino ang gumawa nitong gulo na ito. Kaya mag-iimbestiga sabay ang Senado at saka ang PNP tungkol dito. At masasabi ko lang at para hindi po mag-alala ang taong bayan, hindi po gobyerno ang gumawa nito.
Tonight's headlines. The Department of Energy has ordered the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines to fully disclose the cause of tonight's rotating brownouts across Luzon and Visayas.
Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano says senators may convene as an impeachment court as early as Monday.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. visited Pampanga today, bringing financial aid to barangays and inspecting a state-of-the-art hospital. Also tonight, U.S. President Donald Trump and Chinese leader Xi Jinping hold a high-stakes summit in China, agreeing that the Strait of Hormuz must remain open.
And the Philippines' newest export star, ube or purple yam. All these and more here on 13 News.
Good evening, I am William Thio. We are bringing you the day's top stories that shape the country, straightforward, clear, and concise.
I'm Angela C. Under one flag with 3 mandates to inform, explain, and empower the nation. This is 13 News.
First in the news tonight, several households are experiencing power outages.
This as rotating brownout across Luzon and Visayas continues after both regions' grids were placed under alert warnings.
The Luzon grid is still under red alert until 10 p.m. tonight, while a yellow alert was raised earlier this afternoon and again tonight from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. At the same time, the Visayas grid was also under red alert from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m., while a yellow alert followed at 10 p.m. and will last until 11 p.m. In an interview on Tutok 13, Department of Energy Undersecretary Mario Marasigan explained that today's brownouts were not due to insufficient energy supply, but rather a tripping of transmission lines.
Following the back-to-back transmission failures, the DOE has asked the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines for full disclosure on the incident. The agency assured it will closely monitor grid conditions and coordinate with concerned agencies to ensure full restoration of power supply. This is very important as scorching weather conditions continue to persist, with today's danger level heat index recorded in 48 areas nationwide. The highest temperature reached 46 degrees Celsius in Tuguegarao City, Cagayan, and Casiguran, Aurora.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has vowed a thorough investigation into the Senate shooting, promising to identify lapses and hold those responsible accountable.
Meanwhile, the whereabouts of Senator Bato de la Rosa remain unknown, even as his camp filed a fresh motion before the Supreme Court. IBC News correspondent Daniel Malalastas has the full report.
After last night's tensions inside the Senate, where at least 30 gunshots were fired, the big question now is, where is Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa? Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano confirmed that Bato is no longer in the Senate. A source revealed that the senator left the building at around 2:30 a.m. earlier.
It is for this reason I am sure that Ronald made his, in quotation mark, escape. He told me habang tumatagal kasi siya dyan sa loob ay mas nadadamay pa kayo. Wala sa plano, but knowing him, I am sure he took the opportunity nung nagkaguluhan at nagkaputukan na.
Tonight, Senate Sergeant-at-Arms, retired Major General Mawa Plasca disclosed that De La Rosa had offered to be placed under PNP custody before disappearing again.
But just being honest, dahil nandun ako sa meeting ni Secretary Remulla at Senator Bato at ni PNP, nag-offer po siya na kung pwede, doon lang siya custody kasi parang nararamdaman ko na he feels he's not safe anymore dito sa Senado.
While his current whereabouts remain unknown, his camp has filed a new motion before the Supreme Court. Bato's lawyer, Israelito Torreon, said they submitted a very urgent manifestation of supervening events, seeking for a temporary restraining order. Meanwhile, emotions ran high at Cayetano's press conference following allegations that the Senate gunfire incident was staged.
Kung tututukan kita ng baril, papasukin ko bahay mo na may baril ako. Nag-warning shot ka, pinutukan kita pabalik. Is it not an attack? Sorry but I don't think there's any question. The Senate is under attack, was under attack. All of you, your lives were in danger last night. My God, we're a democracy. This is the Senate of the Philippines. Please naman. Di ba? What do you think happens when there's no democracy? Who's the first casualty? The media. Nagko-focus kami dito, hinihintay namin articles of impeachment. Nakita nyo naman lahat ng pangyayari. Napakagaling ko naman mag-orchestrate ng lahat na yan. Kaya kong papuntahin dito mga armadong grupo.
Malacanang meanwhile stood firm that it was the Senate Sergeant-at-Arms who fired first, not the NBI.
Walang assault na ginawa ang NBI agents sa Senado. At pangalawa, walang operasyon ang NBI o PNP na arestuhin si Senator Bato.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has already ordered a thorough investigation to identify lapses and hold those responsible accountable.
Kalma lang po, asahan ninyo yung gobyerno po ninyo, hindi gagawin ito. Nag-agree kami. We agree that the thing to do now is to tell our people all to calm down, and we will get to the bottom of this. Alamin natin kung sino ang gumawa nitong gulo na ito. Kailangan po natin malaman yan. Kaya mag-iimbestiga sabay ang Senado at saka ang PNP tungkol dito. Masasabi ko lang at para hindi po mag-alala ang taong bayan, hindi po gobyerno ang gumawa nito.
With the full force of the NBI and PNP, the government vowed to uncover the truth behind the gunfire incident inside the upper chamber.
Re-reviewin po natin yung mga footages kung may mga CCTV at we will use po yung atin pong mga forensic capabilities para malaman po natin kung ano po talaga yung nangyari. Ano po.
I-compare po natin sa mga ebidensya like for example physical evidence, empty shells, lalo na yung ating CCTV footages.
Daniel Malalastas, IBC News.
Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano assures there will be no delay in the impeachment trial, with the senators expected to convene next week. Yet, when pressed on whether debates might arise during the convening, Cayetano hinted at a possible threat to his leadership. More details in this report.
Amid yesterday's chaos in the Senate, the articles of impeachment against Vice President Sara Duterte were transmitted safely to the Senate. The question now is, will the turmoil affect the Senate's convening as an impeachment court? House lawmaker Joel Chua hopes it will not.
At pinangahawakan natin yung sinabi ni Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano na ang impeachment trial ay sisimulan niya forthwith.
Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano assures there will be no delay in the trial. In fact, senators will convene as early as Monday, May 18.
Yung aming prese, ang sinasabi, there's no reason why not to convene and take our oaths on Monday.
House Prosecutor Terry Ridon confirmed that all 11 members of the prosecution team will attend Senate's convening. Each of them has been assigned specific responsibilities, with Congressman Chua handling allegations of misuse of confidential funds, bribery within DepEd during Duterte's term, and ill-gotten wealth. Amidst this, SB Cayetano hinted at a possible threat to his leadership when asked if there would still be debates on the Senate's convening.
Hindi ko alam sa minority. Diba? I'd like to consult them, but I'll only see them on Monday. Medyo busy sila ngayon na try kausapin yung mga miyembro namin na sumali ulit sa kanila. May invitations to talk, may pananakot, but dati na silang takot eh.
Eliza Insigne, IBC News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. led the inspection of the first ever state-of-the-art public hospital in Clark, Global City, Pampanga. The president also extended financial support to hundreds of barangays in the province. IBC correspondent Harley Valbuena filed this report.
An enhanced and more accessible healthcare system for Filipinos is now within reach with the Pampanga Provincial Hospital in Clark, Global City, Pampanga. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. personally inspected the state-of-the-art hospital earlier. The medical facility, which opened last month, is the first government hospital in the Clark Freeport Zone. Built at a cost of 601 million pesos, the hospital provides comprehensive health services for Kapampangans. It has a total bed capacity of 143. Once fully operational, the medical center can generate up to 400 jobs for medical workers. Meanwhile, President Marcos Jr. also launched the Bawat Bayan Makikinabang program in the province. During the event, 505 barangays from Pampanga and 33 barangays in Angeles City each received 200,000 pesos in cash assistance under the Socio-Civic Projects Fund. Part of this initiative includes 20,000 pesos in educational assistance for each of 400 presidential scholars in the province.
Kayo rin ang mapipili kung sino ang sa palagay ninyo ang talagang dapat tulungan. Ang lagi kong pinapayo na hanapin ninyo yung mga malapit ng magtapos.
10 kilos of rice were also distributed to around 1,500 ITAs. At the same time, the President directed all government agencies to participate in the 2026 Open Government Week. Under Memorandum Circular No. 119, GOCCs and local government units are instructed to hold an Open Government Day or Open House Day between May 18 and 22. Harley Valbuena, IBC News.
Despite the extension of the annual income tax return filing deadline, the Bureau of Internal Revenue, or BIR, not only achieved but surpassed its gross collection target this April. Data show the gross collection in April reached over 422 billion pesos, exceeding the month's goal by over 12 billion pesos, or an increase of 3.12%. Another solid performance was recorded as the agency collected a total of 1.55 trillion pesos in the first quarter of 2026. This exceeded the year-to-date collection goal by over 9 billion pesos. The BIR is optimistic that the May collections will likewise be positive while staying on track with its commitment to improve taxpayer services and reforms. When we return, the Philippines once again enters the global hype, but this time it's because of ube. Stay tuned. This is 13 News.
meron tayong mitigation na bago dumating ang disaster ay natulungan natin yung ating mga kababayan na maghanda po at hindi makaranas ng gutom at maging self-reliant.
Are you ready to open your mind? We're tackling topics others won't.
There should always be that collaboration between families, the communities, the school. Most of the household, ayaw nilang pag-usapan anything about sex.
Or parang parang na-attract sila dun sa industry namin. Tigil nyo yan.
It's time to stop the stigma and start the science.
Because here on Naked Minds, we break the silence.
Naked Minds, every Friday, 10 p.m. on IBC 13.
In this viral video, a police officer is seen pushing the rider along C5 Road in Pasig City. The rider loses control and crashes as the cop drove away without helping the victim. The rider later filed a complaint with the Highway Patrol Group or HPG at Camp Crame. According to the HPG, the officer committed the act after becoming irritated with a rider who had overtaken a truck along the way. The cop, who is a police staff sergeant, has already been arrested as the Land Transportation Office issued a show cause order requiring him to appear at a hearing on May 18. Meanwhile, Palace Press Officer Claire Castro slams Vice President Sara Duterte's claim about extending President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s term through a charter change, citing it as baseless and unsubstantiated. In a press statement, Castro said that the Filipinos deserve a public servant who truly serves the country, not someone who only knows how to create intrigue and fake news. The exchange came after VP Sara warned about the possible charter change efforts relating to the arrest efforts of Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa before the International Criminal Court. The palace has denied allegations that the administration is orchestrating ICC-related developments against Duterte allies.
The Marcos administration is pushing the proposed Uplift bill as a key measure to boost economic relief, social protection, and transport support. The government is also strengthening mental health services for the youth. Here's Jinky Baticados with the details.
The Marcos administration is considering the proposed Uplift bill as one of its priority measures. It seeks to mitigate the effects of oil price hikes and economic instability caused by the crisis in the Middle East.
Yan po ang huling na pag-usapan sa LEDAC sa pamumuno pa po ni Senate President Tito Soto. Wala naman po dapat sigurong ipagbago.
Among the 21 priority bills presented by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. during the LEDAC meeting on February 10 are the Anti-Political Dynasty Law, the Travel Tax Abolition Bill, and amendments to the Anti-Online Sexual Abuse or Exploitation of Children Act. The government has further strengthened its focus on the mental health and welfare of Filipino youth. This follows the launch of the Learner's Telesafe Contact Center helpline by the Department of Education or DepEd. The initiative is part of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s directive to prioritize the welfare and safety of students, especially in matters involving mental health. Students may call number 33733 to receive immediate support, counseling, and guidance from experts. Jinky Baticados, IBC News.
The Department of Trade and Industry continues its efforts to put the country on the map through the Digital Economy Framework Agreement. The initiative offers a roadmap to support MSMEs across Southeast Asia. Alaysa Insigne tells us more.
The Department of Trade and Industry is pushing for stronger digital trade through the Digital Economy Framework Agreement, or DEFA, to help the micro, small, and medium enterprises, or MSMEs, in the country. DEFA is expected to boost the country's economic growth by providing a more efficient platform for trading agricultural products with other countries, especially within the Southeast Asian region.
To those that are in the agriculture business, this is really a game changer for you. And we are really going to be pushing the agriculture more kasi makakatulong po ito sa ating mga farmers.
The framework is also seen to bolster export business growth. In March this year, trading agricultural products abroad helped export business grow by more than 20%, the highest in the records since 1991. This growth was driven by the export of products such as coconuts, banana, calamansi, and ube, or purple yam. The Digital Economy Framework Agreement is set to be discussed during the upcoming Manila Tech Summit 2026 this July, wherein more than 4,000 global leaders from across ASEAN and other parts of the world are expected to attend the summit. Eliza Insigne, IBC News.
The Philippines' export business growth is rising. This is due to the exportation of well-known local products like coconuts. But there is one product that is now surprisingly taking the international spotlight.
New superstars, of course, is the coconut, which has grown 34%, but the latest stars is the ube.
That's right. The Department of Trade and Industry, or DTI, confirms that ube is now the Philippines' new export star. Data shows that ube's export growth rose to over $3 million in 2025, higher than the $1.4 million in 2024. So why is it trending? Foreigners love the sweet taste of ube, citing it as the new matcha. Moreover, ube is a versatile product in creating a variety of food, such as a flavor in ice cream, cake, powder, or even an iced drink, which is now a trend in the United Kingdom, where their Starbucks is offering ube-flavored drinks. The ube craze continues to dominate in the US, Canada, and now it is entering the Middle East. When we come back, China and the United States agree that the Strait of Hormuz remain open. Don't go away. This is 13 News.
Kayo ba ay may mga isyong may kinalaman sa karapatang pantao o pangkalusugan?
Isyong legal at pangangailangang medikal? Ito ang programang magbibigay payo, tulong para sa mga mamamayang nangangailangan. Kasama sina Congressman Zia Alonto Adyong at Attorney Mix Nograles.
Makakasama niyo kami sa paghatid ng kwento at tulong, pag-asa at pagbibigay ng mabilis at di kalidad na serbisyo.
Tutukan ang lahat ng ito sa House at Your Service tuwing Sabado, 1:00 ng hapon, dito sa IBC 13 at Congress TV.
The high-stakes summit between U.S. President Donald Trump and China's leader Xi Jinping in China officially begins. With key global issues and stronger diplomatic alliance already brought to the table as the two nations mend its strained relationship. These and other developments across the globe from Holly Bakay's report.
U.S. President Donald Trump's arrival in Beijing was marked by a grand welcome from Chinese President Xi Jinping. Trump and Xi, alongside esteemed leaders from both nations, proceeded to a highly anticipated bilateral meeting. Among the focal point of discussions is the U.S.-China Board of Trade, an increased purchasing agreement and deal to reduce tariffs. The world's two largest economies have been on the trade war since 2018, imposing high tariffs on each other's goods. China's foreign ministry said economic and trade ties would be mutually beneficial. The U.S. is also sought to expand its artificial intelligence and technology initiatives with China's support, even inviting at the last minute Jensen Huang, CEO of a major AI chip maker, NVIDIA. On the U.S.-Israeli conflict with Iran, the White House stated that both sides agreed that the Strait of Hormuz must remain open, while Beijing expressed interest in purchasing American oil instead. President Trump described the 2-hour session as successful.
So I really look very much forward to our discussion. It's a big discussion. There are those that say this is maybe the biggest summit ever. They can never remember anything like it. I can say in the United States, people aren't talking about anything else. But it's an honor to be with you. It's an honor to be your friend. And the relationship between China and the USA is going to be better than ever before. Thank you very much. Thank you.
However, China later warned that its bilateral relations with the U.S. would depend on Washington's ties with Taiwan going forward, given that the U.S. is the major military supplier of Taiwan. The high-stakes summit is scheduled to continue until tomorrow, with other key global issues, particularly about Taiwan, expected to unfold. Huli Bakay, IBC News.
Here's good news for One Piece fans. Japanese actor Makin Yu is set to return to the country this August. The actor of the famously loved character Zoro will hold a fan meeting in Parañaque. This is his second time visiting the country following his first successful fan event in 2023. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg brings exciting news with Meta Connect 2026. On his personal page, the tech giant teases what Meta may bring in September. Included in the teaser is a photo of him holding what appears to be a prototype of new smart glasses. Also released was a location pinned to MPK21, where the venue may take place. The 2-day developer conference is an annual event of Meta to showcase their new technologies to the public.
After 14 challenging cycling stages, the MPTC Tour of Luzon 2026 has officially ended, announcing its winners for the overall ranking. Russian cyclist Nikita Shilchenko wins the championship title, followed by Antoine Hubie of France and Youssef Al-Refai of Syria. The winning trio is followed by hardcore Filipino cyclists led by Nash Joshua Lim and Ronnie Lanquitan. The whole tour featured the support of local tourism and culture for each route, while marking the bright future of Philippine cycling race. And here are the results of the 9 p.m. draws from the PCSO. For the Lotto 642, the winning numbers are 23, 40, 20, 6, 34, and 33, with a jackpot price of 11,439,487 pesos and 99 centavos. For the Super Lotto 649, the winning combination is 4, 25, 24, 12, 19, and 43, with a jackpot price of 25 million pesos. For the 60 Lotto, the winning combination in exact order is 4, 3, 4, 7, 2, and 0. And for the 3D Lotto, the winning numbers are 2, 0, and 2. And finally, for the 2D Lotto, the winning numbers are 13 and 25. There is no winner for the Lotto 642 and Super Lotto 649. Taxpayers, you have only 1 day left to file last year's income tax return. Tomorrow, May 15, is the final deadline for taxpayers to pay and file their annual income tax for 2025.
Also tomorrow, Filipino weavers take center stage in Quezon City at this year's Hibla event. The 3-day cultural showcase features the artistry of local communities and indigenous groups from across the country. Participants can witness weavers in action and even purchase their handmade products.
And those were the latest from the IBC Newsroom this evening.
We'll continue to monitor the stories that matter and bring you updates as they develop. I'm Angela C.
And I'm William Thio. This is 13 News. Good night, everyone.